G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, it's been a while since you've seen me on the screen, I suppose, so I thought I'd just do a quick video, give you a bit of a heads up on what's happening. Well, I'm a bit laid up at the moment. I've got to get ready for cataract eye surgery on my other eye, so it means that I haven't got the contact lens in my left eye anymore, so I'm down to one good eye, and it means I haven't done a lot lately because judging things is a little bit tricky, you know, close up. So metalwork's taken a back seat for a while. Anyway, I should have the operation in the next month, I suppose, so once they've done the measurements and stuff, well, that'll be that. So I've stayed off the lathe. I didn't want to go losing a finger or anything, and I've just been playing around with the videos a bit. The last two were just a couple of easygoing ones. And the last one I did was, it was a bit of fun. It was just a bit of a laugh, a bit of a chuckle. Never meant to be taken seriously, but it was interesting. It was a bit of a social experiment, I suppose you could say. I was curious to see what the audience reaction was with it, how many people would get a laugh out of it, how many people would take it seriously. And a few did, not many, a few took it seriously, like, well, I suppose that is serious. You can sharpen a pencil with a lathe if you want to, but it's a gross overkill. And anyway, and the main thing I was curious to see how many people were going to be horrified, you know, like just horrified that anybody would dare poke fun at metalwork. I mean, metalwork's a serious subject, you know, I mean, it's not meant to be fun, you know, like, hell, this is serious men's business. What do those people like? All I can say is, get a life. Lighten up, guys. It's as much fun as you want to make it. And to most people that view these channels, it's a hobby. And hobby's supposed to be fun. And yeah, it just shows you that you don't need a big lathe to have a lot of fun. You can do it with the smallest of lathes, like that one. And whether it's a Unimat or a Sherline like that, yeah, they're going to be fun times. You can learn on it without losing a finger, and you can bring it out and put it away as you want to. You can't hump around 99% of lathes. You can't hump around a mini lathe. That's way too heavy. A little lathe like that you can. So yeah, it was an interesting experiment, and the results were about what I expected. And I mean, I rarely mentioned haters, well, never mentioned haters on my channel, because I wouldn't give them the time of day or give them the satisfaction of even being acknowledged. But I mean, you know, as they say, you haven't made it on YouTube until you've got some haters, and I got plenty of haters. I mean, let them hate. I love it. They make me laugh, because they're really just pathetic people. That's all you can say. Anyway, yeah, so the overall results were pretty interesting. And that'll probably be it for a little while, I think. Unless something comes along, I probably won't do much more. I will say here that I was sorry to hear about Cliff's shed workshop burning down, and I hope Cliff gets it sorted out. And it's good to see people support him, and yeah, bad news when things like that happen. It makes the effort, puts in for other people to enjoy, and then something like that happens, that's pretty bad. And yeah, smoke damage and all that. Terrible. Well, all the best, Cliff. Got my best wishes. I hope you get on deck soon and start pumping out some more of those good videos. Now anyway, well, that's about it for now. What else is there to talk about? Not a lot really. I did the other battery charger for the brother-in-law. That's all fixed up and ready to go. And yeah, I'll give you a quick look at the second one he gave me to work on. Well, here it is. It was the same problem. Bridge rectifier was stuffed. So she's ready to go. Yeah, interesting. They're both exactly the same units from different places. Both cooked up the rectifier. That was a spare meter out of another one he sent down, and yeah, so that's all good. And of course here's the mighty Shoreline, which we saw in the last video, and this is a top little machine. I bought it second hand, only paid $100 for it, which is an absolute steal. And I needed a new chuck. That was pretty expensive. Got it from America. It's the genuine Shoreline one. But yeah, it's good. And yeah, got the light from the mini lathe. I kept that when I sold the mini lathe, and that magnetic. And it just goes on the strip on the front. Well, you know, it was a case of too many lathes. You know, I had the 10-inch swing Chinese, which is my main lathe, and then I had the Schwalbe 9-inch swing, and then I had the Shoreline. So when I got the mini lathe, it was in between the Shoreline and the Schwalbe, so I really didn't need it. So I sold that and went to a young guy that was just starting at metalwork, and he got a good deal, half the price of a new one. In fact, it's interesting, if you look at the lathe prices lately, they're really starting to creep up, you know, like it's getting quite expensive to buy a lathe now. And I was only thinking the other day, when I go to the best bang for buck videos, I did 2 best bang for buck videos, and the criteria was the lathe had to be under $2,000, and you really don't get much of a choice for under $2,000 these days. It's, yeah, things are getting quite dear, and I don't think you should spend more than $2,000 if you're just starting off, you know. But anyway, moving on. And here's the old Schwalbe. Regular viewers would have all seen that. It's my second lathe, set up for collets pretty much. Once again, bought second hand, cheap, was buggered, worn out, and I had to put about 18 months work in on it to get it going. But yeah, handy lathe. Once again, you know, if you watch the second hand market, you can often get some good buys. I got one more that I want to buy, play around with, and then move on. And that's a little Russian lathe called a, what's it called? Universal 3-inch. I think it was sold as a Delphin, overseas possibly. And that's a little Russian round bed lathe modelled on a Drummond. It's got power feed, and it's a sweet little thing, and it came into Australia in a big wooden box. And you could use it for woodwork or metalwork, and it had a mill slide and circular saw attachments, and it was really well kitted out and pretty accurate too. It was, yeah, different. And you used to see a lot of these second hand, and they generally go around $600. I've seen them down around the $400 mark, and yeah, that's the sort of lathe I want to get next. Play around with it, do some videos on it, and then I probably won't keep it. I'd move it on, you know, just keep the 3 that I've got here. But that's what you can do, you know, you can buy lathes second hand, get them at the right price, tinker around with them, have a bit of fun with them, and then move them on. You could even make some money, who knows. So that's how you want to view it, you know, it's a hobby, and you can make it as interesting as you want to make it, and as varied. Anyway, that's on the bucket list. Oh well, I guess that's it for now, and I'll see you when I see you. Cheers.